Hello, and welcome. Today, we're exploring the COSO Framework, a blueprint organizations use to build trust and ensure integrity. COSO helps design and implement internal controls, processes that ensure objectives are met, financial reporting is reliable, and laws are followed. It's the foundation of corporate governance and a consistent model for auditors to evaluate controls. Think of COSO as the architectural plan for a company's internal structure, ensuring everything is solid and aligned. This framework is crucial, especially for audits under regulations like the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, SOX. When auditors sign off on financials, they're using COSO as their benchmark. COSO provides a common language and clear principles, fostering transparency and accountability. Today we'll break down COSO's origins, its 5 core components, and how they work together. We'll connect these ideas to real business scenarios and SOX audit demands. By the end, you'll see why mastering COSO matters for anyone interested in good governance and risk management. Let's begin. To understand COSO, let's look at its origins. In the 1970s and 80s, corporate scandals and financial failures shook public trust. The Treadway Commission was formed to address these issues, uniting 5 major accounting and auditing organizations. Their mission developed frameworks to prevent fraud and improve internal controls. In 1992, they released the original COSO Framework, a flexible, principles-based model for any organization. It defined internal control and provided a comprehensive approach to achieving objectives and managing risk. COSO was a direct response to restore integrity in financial reporting. The framework has evolved, notably in 2013, to address new business complexities and technology. The update introduced 17 principles under 5 components, making COSO more practical. COSO's evolution shows its commitment to staying relevant for today's risks, from cybersecurity to sustainability. It remains the global standard for internal control. The control environment is COSO's foundation. It's the company's ethical DNA, shaped by leadership's commitment to integrity. Tone at the top matters. When leaders value ethics, it influences everyone. A strong control environment means clear structures, defined responsibilities, and accountability. It's about living company values, not just having a code of conduct. For example, a CEO who prioritizes accurate reporting and independent oversight sets a powerful standard. Hiring, training, and performance reviews all reinforce this culture. Employees feel empowered to speak up, knowing ethical behavior is rewarded. Conversely, weak leadership or ignored misconduct erodes trust and invites risk. Auditors assess the control environment by reviewing culture, leadership actions, and accountability. A weak foundation here threatens the entire internal control system. Next is risk assessment, identifying and analyzing risks that could derail objectives. Risks can be internal, like IT failures, or external, such as market shifts or regulatory changes. The process starts by defining objectives, then pinpointing risks at every level. Management analyzes each risk's likelihood and impact, prioritizing those that matter most. For example, a major cybersecurity threat demands more attention than a minor data entry error. Fraud risk is also considered, how assets could be misused or statements misstated. By systematically assessing risks, organizations can design controls to address them. This sets the stage for the next COSO component control activities. Control activities are the specific actions taken to mitigate risks. These include policies, procedures, approvals, verifications, and reconciliations. Controls can be preventive, stopping errors before they happen, or detective, spotting issues after the fact. Segregation of duties is a classic preventive control. No one person handles an entire transaction. In IT systems, access rights and automated reports help prevent and detect fraud. Physical controls, like locked warehouses or restricted server access, protect assets. For example, security cameras and logbooks safeguard valuable inventory. Control activities operate at all levels, forming a web of protection. They ensure management's directives are carried out and risks are kept in check. Together, they make the internal control system effective. Information and communication is COSO's nervous system. Relevant, timely information must flow to the right people for controls to work. Internally, this means accurate financial reports and operational data. Externally, it's about staying informed on regulations, markets, and customer feedback. Communication must move up, down, and across the organization. Employees need clear guidance on objectives, and how to report issues. Confidential hotlines and transparent policies encourage reporting of concerns. Externally, companies must provide reliable information to investors and regulators. Effective information and communication bind the COSO components together. Without it, even the best controls can fail. Monitoring activities ensure controls remain effective over time. Internal control isn't set and forget, it needs ongoing evaluation. Monitoring includes real-time checks like automated alerts or manager reviews. Separate evaluations, such as internal audits, provide independent assessments. These reviews uncover issues that routine monitoring might miss. Findings are reported to management and the board for corrective action. When deficiencies are found, they must be tracked, fixed, and verified. This continuous loop keeps the control system dynamic and resilient. Monitoring adapts controls to changing risks and business conditions. It's the final safeguard in the COSO framework. COSO and the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, SOX, are closely linked. SOX was enacted after scandals like Enron to restore investor trust. Sections 302 and 404 of SOX require executives to certify and assess internal controls over financial reporting. COSO provides the accepted blueprint for building and evaluating these controls. Section 302 makes CEOs and CFOs personally responsible for control effectiveness. Section 404 requires annual management and auditor reports on internal controls. The SEC recognizes COSO as the standard framework for these assessments. Auditors use COSO to test design and operating effectiveness of controls. A material weakness in any COSO component can trigger an adverse audit opinion. This accountability protects investors and strengthens corporate governance. COSO is the backbone of SOX compliance. COSO's principles now extend far beyond financial reporting. Its approach to defining objectives, assessing risks, and implementing controls applies to all areas of business. Companies use COSO to manage risks in cybersecurity, data privacy, and ESG, environmental, social, and governance reporting. For ESG, COSO helps ensure sustainability data is as reliable as financial data. In cybersecurity, COSO guides risk assessment, control activities, and ongoing monitoring. The framework's flexibility makes it vital for today's complex challenges. For auditors and compliance officers, COSO is the language of their profession. For executives and boards, it's a roadmap to resilience and trust. Mastering COSO's 5 components and 17 principles empowers leaders to navigate risk and build lasting stakeholder confidence. In today's world, understanding COSO is essential for good governance.